Okay, so the LARP community in the UK is sort of in the process of tearing itself apart a bit. I'm sure it'll recover, but lots of people seem to not want the discussion to continue. And I think that's wrong. I think the discussion absolutely needs to continue. And I'll explain why. This will be a hard video to watch if you're a few ways inclined. I promise you, if you get through it, there's a nice little video of a pony playing with a ball, or a baby horse playing with a ball. So you've got that to look forward to if you just get through this. So, racism. And racism in LARP. Is it a thing? Or has everyone just lost their minds a little bit about it? I actually think it's probably both to a degree. I mean, with so many people in the LARP world, you're going to get some racists. You're going to get some really horrible people out there. But I think, for the most part, people aren't. In the LARP community, I think most people aren't racist, aren't sexist, aren't homophobic. I think the LARP community is largely very welcoming. But sometimes something creeps along that just... and that's happened in the last few days. And if you're a LARPer in the UK, if you haven't seen this, you're living under a rock or something. This is clearly a very big issue to a lot of people. So the controversy is, are Drow racist? Or are they not? Is it only racist when white people play it? Is it racist if a black person plays it? Is it racist if a Hispanic were to play one? Is it never racist? Is it always racist? There's lots of talk being fired about. There's no clear consensus at this point. And sadly, a lot of people are trying to shut the conversation down now because it's too damaging to the LARP community. I think what you'll find is more damaging to the LARP community is if it is racist and it's ignored. Or, on the other hand, if it's not racist and it's banned. There's a lot of very difficult questions to be had, and I think trying to stop the conversation because people's feelings might be getting hurt is very, very much the wrong way to go about that. Some sort of consensus needs to be made. So, is Venom from Spider-Man racist, or is it only racist to cosplay as Venom from Spider-Man? Is Batman being racist when he applies his eye makeup to blend in with his mask? Maybe that's different from Drow. After all, Drow's skin is black all the way. It's not just a patchy section. Some people will argue Drows are actually supposed to be grey-skinned. If that's the case, is it now okay, or is it still wrong? For the purposes of this video, I'd like to contend that let's say they're supposed to be black. That's how you do it. Is that now making a mockery of black people? I've seen many people saying yes, and I've seen many people saying no. After all, the elf-like creature's not human, thus it's okay. I've seen people saying that that's not good enough. It's still very wrong. In much harsher wording than I've just said there. Or maybe the people who see a drow, see this black elf, and think, a mockery of black people. Maybe they're the racists because they were connecting that dot, while other people might not have been. So I think a lot of debate is going to be had there. I'm not sure how you would settle it, but I'm very strongly behind that. It should be settled in some way. This debate should continue until you've got a resolution to it. And if the debate does get settled, what are the implications? Because can you still play as one, or should they be confined to some sort of shameful history of LARP and D&D and things like that? And if that is the case, should we consider, if you've got a Japanese inspired costume, if I were to create a samurai inspired costume, am I being racist? Especially if I then incorporate what I might presume a samurai character would be like. Am I now being racist? And I think that's difficult as well. And what about a Native American or an ancient Egyptian? There are many games that have those elements in. Are they all deeply racist, or is it okay? In fact, is it actually complementary? Is it as far from racism as you can get? Because people are wanting to design a character from this far off culture because they really like it, and they want to do it a homage of some sort. So is it racist or the exact opposite? I think it is a very, very hard discussion. I think it's one that does need to be had. And this debate is clearly hurting people. And maybe it should. If this debate is worth having, and as I've said many times, I think it is, feelings are going to get hurt. And we're going to have to accept that it's okay for feelings to get hurt. It's not necessarily the intent, but we're going to have to accept that your feelings aren't more important than the facts. They're not more important than the debate. And if we're going to respect people's feelings more than the debate, well, whose feelings are we respecting? The people who think it's deeply racist, or the people who want to play it, the people who are completely against it being racist, and everyone in between? Whose feelings are we respecting? Because if you respect the feelings of the people who think it's deeply, deeply racist, then you're going to hurt the feelings of the people who put a lot of time and effort into their costumes, and vice versa. So who do you want to piss off more? And if this isn't talked about, the elephant isn't going to leave the room. It is going to be there. This is going to crop up again and again and again. And it will continue to be painful for people every time it crops up. So this debate might take a long time, and it is going at some point to piss you off. But it's clearly of importance that some sort of solution is found, and being completely silent on the issue just cannot be the solution, because it won't work. Thank you for watching this, and as promised, here's a nice video of a pony playing with a ball.